Hey everyone, it's Amateur. So I'm going to show you guys how we decorate our living room for the holidays. And this is just the outside. This is just a basic wreath that I got, and I put a bunch of pine cones, some this bird that we found somewhere, some rusty jingle bells, and just this beautiful ribbon. This is a very holiday kind of vintage ribbon, just to kind of go with that vintage kind of rustic style that I was going for. So let me go ahead and take you guys inside. I'll show you guys my craft room in another video for the my video response for Jill Norwood's curating for Christmas. Now I wanted to show you guys we just do a certain section of the living room, so I will give you guys more of a panoramic view in a moment. I wanted to show you guys this. These are ornaments that I made last year from vintage music sheets and silver glitter. There are silver glitter accents on several of them. And then I made a banner that went around the entire, and I distressed it with vintage photo, that went around the entire tree. And these are, this is an artificial pre-lit tree. These are mini mason jar light covers. I've shown them before, I think, and all you do is pop them. They're these gorgeous little mason jars. They're actually embossed and everything. They're glass. I got them on Amazon. Just look for mini mason jar light covers. And some of the spheres are these spheres that have just some paper and it's twirled around. Then I have several of these small mercury glass ornaments hanging throughout the tree. These things are spread out. Now these bulbs, these are these Edison light mercury glass bulbs that we got from Target. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're my favorite part and they're my least favorite part because they go out like crazy. This is the worst thing they've ever invented, but it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. These things go out so many times. We have so many out throughout the lights, and we bought there's like 8 strands of these, and they weren't cheap. So and they have these Edison bulb lights, so I just wanted to show you guys that. So if you guys see some lights that are out on my tree, yes, I can tell. There's that, and there are some of these large rusty jingle bells. So I went for more of a rustic feel to our tree. So let me back up. This is actually our tree, and that's the hall to the back. And you guys might have seen these deer on some pictures on Instagram. These I actually got from this local store. It's called Ralph Jones Display here in Las Vegas. And traditionally they sell display stuff for stores and store fixtures. But during the holidays, they clear everything out and they put up trees and all these beautiful, beautiful things. So I got those a few years ago. I actually went recently and they don't have them anymore. They have, every year they have different things. So I went for a rustic look. Now if you can see right here, this is blue craft paper that I found at Joann's, and I wanted to make rustic Tiffany boxes for the tree. Now I'm using that for some of the wrapping paper, but I also, after Christmas, I don't like the tree to be bare, so I like to show to have dummy boxes underneath the tree. There's 2 of them. This one is about 2.5 feet tall, and that one is about 1.5 feet. And you can see the tree skirt under there. It's actually like a muslin burlap kind of tree skirt. So let me just pan out, and you will see it's pretty basic, not too intricate. You will see several of the vintage music sheet ornaments, and there's this one. This is an old Sizzix die. Several of those clear ornaments, and I have several clear ornaments so I can just decorate them as I please. And there's the banner that you see going up. It's very simple, and our angel actually has burlap and muslin, and also printed muslin wings. I think we got that at Kohl's or something like that. But I will just kind of go around. I made several different rosettes, see right there with the star and the silver touches. A lot of the poinsettias, the mercury glass ornaments. There's quite a bit of them, some different ones, and then there's like little bones also with glitter on the edges. And you can see the banner that goes all the way around. Several of them. Like I said, I made several of those dummy gifts and stuff, so yeah. And here you can see some of the ornaments. You can see some of the lights that are out. Like I said, they're gorgeous lights, but they suck. The fuses, I think we've replaced the fuse in every single strand, and I have individual strands, and I have blah blah blah. So they're gorgeous, like I said, but we will not be using them next year because I don't think we'll be able to find replacements. This is another ornament that I made, and it's just 3 stars, and then hanging from the bottom is a little jingle bell. So let me show you. This is just a little heater that we have in the living room, but it has like that faux fireplace thing going on. This is one of my favorite Santa Clauses that we have. We actually got this from Cracker Barrel one year. Super gorgeous. I get gifts. We get gift cards from Cracker Barrel, even though there isn't one here in Las Vegas. And the beautiful deal, we go to Utah to get it, to go to Cracker Barrel. Now, this thing I actually got from one of those daily deal sites. I think is, I don't remember what it's called. And I took the Christmas cards off, and you put Christmas cards, announcements, or whatever throughout the whole thing, and it makes this beautiful wreath, and it's standing, very vintage, very rustic. Now, this panel, it looks like a wooden door, like a barn door, but it is actually the lid to this huge box, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. So we took it apart. I might as well just pan over. And there you'll see the stockings. We don't have an actual fireplace. We didn't want to put the stockings here because there's not enough room. You see our stockings, Nathan, mine, and Fifi's. We have Juicy Couture stockings. And that's Fifi's bed. She's in there somewhere. So it goes on there. This is like this huge box. And it's like this massive trunk that my parents had as a coffee table. And I wanted it. So we have kind of a rustic market kind of feel out here. So we turned it. We didn't know what to do with it. We couldn't just keep opening it and taking the TV off to store stuff. So we turned it on its side and took off the door and the lid, and we just placed it here as a door. So throughout the year, I actually have stuff positioned out here as well. So this is more of just like that rustic. It just looks like a barn door. These garlands came from Hobby Lobby, and I just decorated them with. They came with some pine cones. I put extra ones, and then I put some of these large rusty jingle bells throughout, and just stuck along with the garland over the box, over the big we call it the coffin. My siblings, we call it the coffin. Some more of these just inserted snowflakes and a lot of little jute twine holding these things. Like I said, here are those lights, and they're gorgeous lights. It's just that they don't survive. And that is the side. So I just traipsed it over the top, and I'll just back up a little bit so you guys can see. Like I said, I took out the cards so you guys can see throughout there. Now we'll go over here, and this is just the same deal as it is over the door. It just has these huge light bulbs. This is actually a punch, an EK Success punch that I put glitter on the piece of paper and then I punched it out. It was easier that way. Some of the rusty jingle bells, some cones, some pine cones, and as you can see, we're a bit of nerds. Nathan's a bit of a geek. He, big comic book. Actually, though, that Stormtrooper helmet is mine. It was actually made out of fiberglass from one of my brother's friends. So there's that. And yeah, I have a pink stocking, mainly because it was just really cute. I used to buy a lot of Juicy Couture stuff for Fifi. They no longer make the dog stuff. As you can see her, she's in there moving around. Are you in there? See, look, she's just hiding, I guess. And we just leave everything there since we're just going to have this up for a while. And that's her little juicy fur stocking. And the rest of this garland. See more of those lights out. I should quit saying that. This is just the top of the TV. Like I said, Nathan's a big nerd, a big geek. His favorite character from Star Wars is Boba Fett. And we just have this new figure that he got. We collect 1/6 scale figures with an ornament and that little robot. That cute robot actually came from Hobby Lobby as well. I have the curtains drawn so you can kind of see the light of the Christmas tree better and stuff. But yeah, once again, there's some more of those rustic Tiffany boxes, and it's like I said, this craft, it's blue. It's just called Blue Craft Paper from Joann's, and all I did was I tore some muslin. I have a bunch of muslin fabric. I have white muslin, but I use the regular colored muslin. And then just tied with some jute twine, those little jingle bells, these little vintage looking jingle bells, as you can see right there. And then I just placed the boxes there. So yeah, that's kind of one that I wanted to go, the rustic kind of feel. So let me go ahead and also show you now the my little Christmas village. So here's our little Christmas village. Now this one only has, my village only has like 10 little buildings, as opposed to my mom's, who has about 100, which I showed in a few clips. And I know a few people asked me to show a full video of them and kind of explain things and go slower. So I will probably within the next few days. So let me just go ahead and get close. Let me see. You can see right here. We will go ahead and start from here. I use the strands that have more than one light, because you know the houses have one light each, so that way I can do several at a time. And I like to make little vignettes. They're all like little, I set the houses, then the trees, and then the lampposts. I try not to show as many wires and whatnot, but yeah, you can see, you just kind of walk through my little village. It has a little pet shop, a little thing, bakeries and whatnot, and some of these items I've collected throughout the years. This little, I got that fountain from Walmart, and I just went ahead and put glossy accents in where the water is to give it more of an ice water kind of feel. It's just very simple. The church in the middle, and then there's like a little gazebo in here, and it has, I think it's so cute, it has little kids taking pictures with Santa Claus, and some little people right there. And in front of the church, there's the nativity scene, of course. A little Christmas tree lot. Ironically, a train station with no train. And this is like my favorite thing ever in my little Christmas village. It's a Chick-fil-A. They had these one year and I had to have them. Ironically, we don't have a Chick-fil-A in Vegas, but every time I go anywhere that does, I do have one. And then also my other favorite section is the Joann's. And I even strung little Christmas lights around the Joann store. Now, if you can see this right here, this, if you guys are geeks, nerds in any way, you know that this is a TARDIS. Like I said, Nathan's a bit of a geek. I like the whole sci-fi thing. I'm not as much of a geek as he is, but I found this. Now, if you guys are interested, this is the perfect freaking size for a Christmas village, and it does have a little light up on the top. I actually got that on Amazon, but not only that, they have them. It's the ones that come in those little boxes with books at Barnes & Noble. And you guys can get them there. So there's trees, and look, it even has the cow that says "Eat more chicken" throughout the little village. And like I said, and this is how I also do my mom's. I plan my mom's village, where I show the little vignettes and little sections, and I put in the trees to cover the gaps, and the little wiring and stuff like that, just to kind of give it more of a realistic feel. And you can see right there, it's like two little cul-de-sacs right there. But I absolutely love it. And see, like I told you, Christina from Crafty Paws, there's a little touch of geek in there. In our little Christmas decorations, I surprised him with that. And I looked high and low to try to find one. But that is the perfect size for that, the little perfect size TARDIS. Let me show you guys something else. This is also a box. This is a cedar box that I got from Hobby Lobby. You guys have seen one of these. I use it to store my metals in my my craft room, but I took them out and I did this. I cut up some vintage book paper, as you can see right there. Now these ornaments, these are actual vintage ornaments. These are ornaments, Christmas ornaments that Nathan got from his mom. They've had these ornaments since Nathan was a little boy. So I really wanted to have some place to display them. I feel horrible that these beautiful memory and these tokens have, been put away. But, I mean, not to be rude, they don't go with my look that I was going for this year. And like I said, I do have I like to have a different style every year. But I thought this would be the best way to display them. And there has to be a few more somewhere. But I was actually going to try to find some vintage ornaments that maybe I could find and put them in there as well. But I figured this was just one of the most beautiful ways that I could figure out to display them and keep them safe at the same time. And these little bears, and his mom gave these to us last year, or a few years ago, I mean, to have, and they just beckon for someplace beautiful to be displayed. And I actually just went ahead and put them here on the coffee table next to the tray that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But I'm going to move this so I can show you guys that. But I just had to show you how adorable all of these are. These are his Nathan's ornaments from when he was a little boy. Okay, so the last part I'm going to show you guys is our coffee table, and it's this very rustic metal and wooden legged coffee table, and it has 2 layers. In the bottom layer we do have vintage crates, and you guys know I love my antiques and I love them when they're functional. And we store the game controllers because Nathan's a big gamer. I don't play video games at all. Remote controls, the laptops are in here. All sorts of stuff are in there, and they're within these beautiful vintage pieces. So on here, this is actually a leather tray that we always have out here with some kind of decoration. But for Christmas, I just went ahead and took a garland that had pine cones. I also added some extra pine cones, and there's these just the set of brass deers that I have from my parents' house. And just, of course, there's some mason jars. And I did go ahead and put, sorry about the shakiness, put the tea lights in here to give it a little glow. And at night, it has this beautiful, gorgeous glow because we have tons of the snow in there. And this massive mason jar over here. Now, these snowballs I made, I saw them at Hobby Lobby in a few of the stores. These are just basically styrofoam balls. I use styrofoam balls in 2 different sizes, spray adhesive, and just that faux shimmery snow that they have for the holidays for the Christmas village, the same one that I use for the village. Because they have them, you could buy them, and they're crazy expensive. So let me show you the different, sorry, my arm there. This is the smaller one, and here's the bigger one. And just 2 simple sizes, and I put this big jar in here, and there's some in here. I put the adhesive on them and then of course shook them the heck off and to make sure that it was steady enough. And then there's just those little lights right there. It's just a strand of battery operated lights. But that is that right there. I absolutely love it. Just something whimsical and very inexpensive because and the styrofoam balls I did buy at Walmart because they're crazy expensive everywhere else. And I already have the snow and I already had some spray adhesive. And just a bunch of the little, I just took the snow from some of these jars to fill it up. And you can see the little twinkle tea lights in there. So yeah, like I said, I had a very simple, little rustic kind of Christmas decor. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.